Yep. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Who You Got. This is our third episode this year already.
Yeah, week 3 NFL.
Yeah, we were gonna have it come out on Tuesday, but it has been rough for me. I've been sick, as you can tell in my voice. Sam, how you been?
Kale's been going through the shit this week. He's got that Oregon virus, as we say.
Yes.
He's on the mend, though. He's on the mend. I had a busy week myself. I was going to record it and send a video to Kale Tuesday night. I got caught up at work and had to do some stuff late. Stuff happens, but you roll with it and you still get it done. So that's what we're doing right now. Week 3 NFL, who you got? I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I'm ready for it too.
Yeah. I love talking about this stuff.
All right, so Sam, go ahead and start off, buddy.
So some updates from last week. We're going to look at the power rankings here. After week 2, Jacobson is in first place at 2-0 with a 26-6 picks record. Chris is in second place. He's also at 2-0, but with a slightly worse picks record at 22-10. He also jumped up 2 spots from last week. Keith is nestled in there at third place with a 1-0-1 record. He's got a 23 record, and he stays in third place. He was in third place after last week. He's in third place again. Jumping up to fourth is Brody, who had a great week in week 2. He went 15-1 with his picks. He's now at a 26-6 with his pick record. He's 1-1 on the year. He also jumped up 2 spots. And you have myself. I did take the L to Brody in week 2, but I still went 12-4 with my picks and still have a good 24-8 picks record with a 1-1 season record. But I did drop 3 spots from second place to 5th place now. 6th place, we got my boy Daniel, the milkman. His first matchup of the year was a tie against Keith. So he's 0-0-1. Puts him at 12-4 with the picks record. He did drop 1 spot from last week. Then we have Kale, who had a bye in week 2. He's still at 0-1 with a 10-6 picks record from week 1. But he moved up 1 spot on his bye week.
Yay.
With Jason and Braden both losing and starting 0-2. Jason 1 spot ahead with a slightly better picks record at 20-12. Moved up 1 spot. And then Braden at 19-13. He dropped down 2 spots. Biggest rise from last week is going to be Chris. Both Chris and Brody, they both jumped up 2 spots. Biggest fall from last week is your boy. I dropped 3 spots. Longest winning streak is Jacobson and Chris, both sitting at 2-0. And longest losing streak is both Jason and Braden, both starting at 0-2. So that is our power rankings update. What else are we going to talk about today besides the NFL games of the week?
We'll have to talk about like our trash teams of the week and performers of the week and that stuff. Yeah.
Personally, I am on a bye this week, so I don't have any picks, unfortunately. But yeah, trash teams of the week. Are we talking about last week, right?
Yeah, it'd be week 2.
Okay. Let me take a look here. Week 2. Looking at the games. I don't know, man.
I would say on the notes I did 2 teams. I did I did Chicago and Vikings.
I don't see where you put that, but
on the notes.
Yeah, I'm on the notes.
On the bottom.
Oh, geez, you put it all the way at the bottom.
Yes, I'm not a fan of the note thing here.
But yeah. I mean, I would agree. I would have to agree. Both the Bears and the Vikings laid an egg in week 2. I think it really shows that, you know, the Lions came out. They put up a 50 burger on the Bears, and it showed. I think it shows, and I'm going to sound biased, but I think it shows how good my Packers defense really is this year. When you guys only put up 13 on us, and then you go the very next week and drop 50. You know what I mean? So I think, one, yeah, the Bears suck. They always will suck. But two, the Lions are still very good. And that offense is still legit. And Jared Goff had a hell of a week.
Yeah,
I'm not a Lions hater, as much as this guy might think I am.
You just like to rage bait me. So.
I think Goff's a good quarterback. I think they have great weapons. They showed they can still get it done in week 2 against the Bears. But then also the Vikings had a piss poor performance against the Falcons. J.J. McCarthy is now out. Carson Wentz will be starting their week 3 game.
Expect to be out like 2 or 4 weeks. So.
Yeah. So and actually in that game they're playing the Bengals. You have 2 backup quarterbacks, Jake Browning for the Bengals, who's a legit backup, and Carson Wentz for the Vikings. So we'll see how that one plays out. Top team, player / coach. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, I think they really bounced back from their week 1 narrow loss to Buffalo. And they came back and they got a very good blowout win over the Browns, very decisive. They showed the league like they're still the Ravens. They still know how to put up points. They still, Lamar's still Lamar. Derrick Henry's still Derrick Henry. They can still get it done. And so they needed a good win there. I was tempted to maybe even put the Chiefs for garbage team of the week just because the Chiefs are 0-2. I think we could talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. Kind of weird. You never really see them 0-2.
No.
And, Kelsey had a very crucial catch, and he didn't catch it in the end zone. So
very crucial drop.
But yeah, he seemed like he was trying to blame other people.
But I can't say they're the garbage team of the week when it was just a narrow loss to the defending Super Bowl champs. So I can't really say that. But I do think they'll come back. I do think that they will get it together. I don't know if they're a division winner this year because the Chargers look really good in that AFC West division.
Ever since Justin Herbert got Madison Beers,
I know everyone's saying that. I would say though, it's still just week 3. A lot can happen. Players can get hurt. You don't want to see it happen, but it's part of the game. Football is still a very violent sport.
Yeah,
people get injured. But I think the Chiefs will get it turned around. Patrick Mahomes is still the best quarterback in the league. Andy Reid's a great coach. I do think Kelsey might be a little washed and distracted.
I think he's very distracted.
And old.
Well, ever since, so I know we don't want to bring this up, but ever since the event that happened last week, you noticed that Taylor Swift had a whole shade covenant, which good on her in a way.
Right.
It's bringing a fear or whatever. That's how we're going to leave. And
hi, Willow.
You're
jumping on my keyboard.
And did you notice that NFL barely put her on TV?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, don't get to see her anymore. I'll see Willow any day. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of weird to see the Chiefs 0-2, and considering that how many times they've been to the Super Bowl and what kind of team we are. None of that. They recently were wearing shirts that said they were trying to support what's his name?
Oh, Rashee Rice.
Yeah, who is
free for? It said free for.
Who beat his wife and everything, and the car crash.
It was a car crash.
Car crash. Yeah.
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 Which still is terrible.
Sorry, I was thinking about the Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, you're thinking Tyreek Hill. Yeah.
So yeah, moving on. Even Geno Smith struggled in his Monday Night Football debut with the Raiders, and he only threw for 24 of 43, 180 yards, and 3 touchdowns or 3 interceptions.
Yeah, he struggled. I still think Geno, he's a solid quarterback. Chargers have a tough defense. But wondering if he's the long-term solution. I don't think. I think he's too old to be a long-term solution. Guy's already been in the league for 11 or 12 years. He's not the Raiders' long-term solution. He like you said, he's a bridge guy. Coming out throwing 3 picks. I think he'll get it turned around. They kind of lack a little bit of receiver depth in Vegas. They do have
Vegas,
probably the best young tight end in the league in Brock Bowers, and a talented young running back in Ashton Genty. We'll see if he can actually get it together. But I don't know. It was a tough outing for Geno.
Yep, but hey, 2 quarterbacks had a great performance last Sunday. So I mean, Daniel Jones and Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, Baker was on Monday night. We had 2 Monday night games.
I had to look into that. I was like, wait, we have 2 hit back to back? ?
Daniel Jones is proving me wrong. I thought he would never start again in the league after getting cut by the Giants. I just thought his tenure in New York was so bad.
So it makes you wonder, was it the coaching?
I think it was part the coaching and part
the organization.
No offensive line.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It goes back to organization.
Right, yeah.
I mean, that's what we're looking at.
But now he's an Indian. He looks like Peyton Manning in his prime.
We got, look at Cincinnati and Joe Burrow.
Exactly.
Zach Taylor's a good coach, but it's just.
Yeah.
The organization is not getting, they're spending too much money on certain players, which I understand, but if you have to lose one, lose one.
You look at the Colts a decade ago with Andrew Luck.
And I saw a TikTok. It was like flashing back between the two. Them doing the same thing. He's the next Andrew Luck if he's at this rate. He'll retire early. A great quarterback retire early.
Yeah.
It's hate to see something like that.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed though because I picked the Broncos last week, and they barely lost to the Colts on a last-second field goal.
The Broncos are not a bad team. They're just getting unlucky.
Well, they're 1-1 now. I think they won their first game.
Yeah.
But Bo Nix didn't play great in that first game. He played better in the second game, but they lost.
Right.
Like I said, it's only 2 weeks, but the Colts would be my favorite to win the AFC South right now.
Yeah. I would say they'd be my dark horse, but not,
AFC South, the division.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I think right now they're the favorite to win it.
They're definitely running out for it, for sure.
Because Texans are 0-2. Stroud's not looking like. I feel like Stroud has only regressed.
I also feel like that's kind of on the team a little bit too, just a little bit.
Yeah. Jaguars are 1-1.
They're showing a little bit of improvement.
Titans are not going to be great this year.
Now, Cam Ward though had a crazy pass.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised they didn't call a penalty after it because he took his helmet off.
Yeah.
And which was wild that no one got called on it, but whatever. They missed so many calls in the games these days, so it doesn't matter.
But you mentioned Baker Mayfield. He also had a great game against the Texans. That's the game I was referring CJ Stroud. And Baker just continues to he's continuing to make Cleveland look fucking stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they'll forever be known as the team that gave up on Baker Mayfield for Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, who is a rapist.
I mean,
simple as that.
Yeah. I mean, to
be honest though, Watson had it good in Texas, and then
there was a time where you would pick Deshaun Watson over Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
But when he didn't play for 2 seasons pretty much, and Baker put his life on the line for the Browns, and they just cut him like nothing.
And then journeyed around some teams.
He went to Carolina,
and then went to the Rams,
which was another terrible situation. Then he went to the Rams, did decent there, and actually I think he would have stayed with the Rams had Stafford not came back.
Yeah, I think there was some same shit with, situation with the Carolina Panthers.
So then he went to Tampa and took like a league minimum deal.
Yep.
And he competed with Kyle Trask for the starting quarterback position. He won it, and he's balled out ever since.
Yeah.
Being the successor of Tom Brady in Tampa.
And no one saw that coming.
No. Everyone thought it was going to be Kyle Trask, the kid that backed him up all those years.
Another, back to the Lions too, 51 points on
52.
52, excuse me, on Chicago. I mean, I text you. I was in the half awake, sick.
Yeah.
Texting you. I told you Caleb Williams. The thing that Williams struggles is he can't throw a deep ball, just like J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah. I think Williams, he can throw the deep ball, but again, you got to remember Chicago, they're one of those teams, again, that has a terrible offensive line. But a lot of times Williams creates those problems himself.
Yeah, because he scrambles out and pressure. And
I think he can be a great quarterback.
I don't know. I'm the first to say it, and I'm not trying to be a hater because from Detroit because he was on the team. And
no, I know. I just think Ben
Johnson's not a head coach.
Chicago it's 2 games.
That is true.
It's 2 weeks. We can't be writing final chapters.
That is true.
After week 2, we got to see how the season plays out.
That is true.
There's a lot of 0-2 teams that went and won the Super Bowl. Not a lot, but there's a couple.
I mean, we lost one game last year. We almost made the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So
the TikTok game. I still think Caleb Williams can be a great quarterback. I still think Ben Johnson can be a great head coach. As much as I hate to say that because it's the Bears, I mean, they have the talent, but I just feel like they don't know how to develop quarterbacks. It's just not in the Bears' DNA to be able to develop quarterbacks.
The last few quarterbacks I think in Chicago history, I think that ever played would probably be Jay Cutler and then McMahon. I mean,
yeah, McMahon, they won the Super Bowl with the crazy defense, and Walter Payton was the greatest running back of all time.
He passed away. And
rest in peace. And then Cutler is the team's all-time leader in every major passing statistical category.
Yeah. And then one thing I did want to say about Detroit, but that Isaac Tasala kid, I'm telling you, man, every time I see him play, Tasala, whatever, that kid's going to be a star. Now you see why, we got rid of Tim Patrick.
Yeah.
I mean, it still sucks.
I think he kind of fits that slot role maybe even a little better than Tim Patrick.
I like Tim Patrick, but
he did good for you guys
from the offseason. From the off-season standpoint, I watched that kid play from all the highlights and everything. That kid was making plays.
Yeah.
From being undrafted or whatever or coming late in the rounds. That is some good shit that we like to see. I just hope we throw him more. I just hope John Morton throws him more in the rotation.
Yeah.
But moving on from the highlights of that kind of stuff.
Injuries.
Got some notable injuries. Jaden Daniels.
A few quarterbacks on this list.
McCarthy, Jaden Daniels, Brock Purdy,
Justin Fields.
And then we got Austin Eckler. There's a whole list we can keep going on and on, but we don't need to.
We can kind of highlight a couple of these, though. I think Joe Burrow expected to miss up to 3 months. At least 3 months. So Jake Browning is going to step in as a starter. Same thing with the J.J. McCarthy thing. His was a high ankle sprain. Expected to miss 2 to 4 weeks. You got Carson Wentz coming in there. And like it mentions, it's a change in QB style. Carson Wentz is a different style. I think, honestly, from a physical standpoint, I think Wentz can do more than McCarthy. I think he's a little more athletic.
I
think he's got a bigger. I think he's got a stronger arm than McCarthy.
Well, he's a bigger guy than.
He's a bigger dude.
But he's also been there a whole longer than McCarthy too.
He's been in the league a lot longer.
Yes.
Could help the Vikings. You never know. I mean, we've seen what Wentz has done in the past. He's shown flashes of greatness. He almost won an MVP back in 2017 if he didn't get injured.
Austin Eckler is a big one for the Commanders. That's a big loss. Tore his Achilles. So.
Yeah, he's a very versatile running back. He can be used in the passing game. And they traded Brian Robinson Jr. this offseason. They have a rookie there. I forgot his name, but he's going to have to step up big for them. Jaden Daniels was a big one.
I think, though, they're probably going to use Debo in some other spots for sure.
So for Daniels, he's day-to-day. But if he's out, Marcus Mariota gets the start.
Hell yeah. Remember last year or about almost 2 years ago when you said, hey, Marcus Mariota might be a starter in Washington. And guess what? Here we are.
Yep. Brock Purdy, not optimistic to return. Mac Jones played good for them last week.
Did you know Adrian Martinez is their second backup right now?
I do. I did see that.
Okay, I thought you did.
Oh, yeah.
Justin Fields is also out with concussion, but the Jets are still not that good right now.
Yeah. If he can't play, I'm pretty sure their backup is Tyrod Taylor.
Another big Commander's injury is probably the Dietrich Wise Jr. torn right quads and was season ending. So I mean that's a tough loss on their defense.
Yeah.
And then the Steelers lost Alex Highsmith. So another high ankle sprain in week 2. Very unfortunate. You're starting to see a lot of ankle injuries.
Yeah, it makes you think, like, are they doing proper ankle mobility drills?
Or, I've noticed too.
But a lot of these athletes are just so explosive that you can do all the amount of exercises, stretching, and all that, but they're so explosive that their body, like, they just can't, like they just move so fast that shit just happens sometimes.
Well, do you notice how when, say, they get into the backfield, right?
Yeah.
And they're playing, they're starting to grab ankles more.
Yeah.
I think that could be a part of it.
That definitely could be part of it.
But, so yeah, we covered most of that. We did our weekly awards, top performer, top trash, whatever. We're just trying to figure out what we should do first before we get to the picks. We don't want to bore you guys, but so this week for who you got itself or the T and the TTFL.
I have a bye, so I don't have any picks this week, but I can share who I would pick as we go through it.
Well, I'm just trying to get the schedule here.
I got it pulled up.
Oh, here we go. So I'm playing.
Oh, yeah. So
I'm playing Keith. Oh, go ahead. Never mind.
Yeah, Kale's going up against Keith. I have a bye. Brody's going up against Jason. Chris is going up against Daniel. Jacobson's going up against Braden. And those are our matchups.
Yeah, right. Week 3.
Week 3.
Yes. Week 3.
First game was actually last night, and everyone got that one right. So,
well, I mean, I'm surprised. I'll be honest. I'm surprised how much of a fight Miami put in there.
Yeah, it was a close game for a while. It actually
Tua looks like he has CTE.
Yeah,
bad. Did you see him scramble out?
I didn't watch it.
Oh, I'll have to show the headlight. It was bad. He scrambled out like he's getting chased. No one was chasing him yet.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, everyone got that one right. Buffalo, all across the board. Which again, Miami put up a good fight, but everyone knew Buffalo was going to win. That's who I would have picked too. Second game is Vikings at home versus the Bengals. And it's kind of split here. Most people are picking the Vikings.
Now, if Burrow was playing, I would have picked Cincinnati.
I would 100% pick Cincinnati.
I'm picking Minnesota as much as I hate to, but it's all right. We're picking Minnesota.
I think if I was picking, I would pick Cincinnati.
Yeah.
But
next game would be Jackson at Houston. I'm going Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's Jacksonville at home versus Houston.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm picking Jacksonville on that one.
That one's kind of tough because Houston is a team that has potential.
Yeah. That's what I'm going off of. And
you have a quarterback like CJ Stroud who We've seen what he can do. He's been struggling a little bit lately, but the Jaguars also have potential. Trevor Lawrence is also, he's not a bad quarterback, and they have weapons. That one's kind of tough. Jaguars are at home. I'd probably lean Jaguars in that one too. And it looks like throughout the board, it looks like it's mostly Jags, but not. It's almost 50-50. Next game is Titans versus the Colts.
This one's kind of 50-50 too.
Honestly, like most people have the Colts, and I would pick the Colts too.
I got the Colts.
I don't think it's really 50-50. I think with the way the Colts have been playing and finishing games, they're 2-0.
Well, I'm saying like how people pick this one.
Well, it's still not. I mean, only two guys picked the Titans.
Oh. Yeah.
But Titans are 0-2. I think Cam Ward will be a good quarterback, but
they need to fix
it's his rookie year. He's going to go through some growing pains. Colts look like the better team.
Just another situation where they got to build around their quarterback.
Yep.
All right. So Washington versus Las Vegas. I went with Washington on this one, but now realizing that Jaden Daniels out, I'm still going to go with Washington.
Looks like it's mostly Washington, except Jacobson picked Vegas. He's probably thinking if Jaden Daniels doesn't play, which
is doubtful. Barely doubtful.
I think even if he doesn't play, I think Washington is the better team. Do I pick Mariota over Geno? No. But I don't know. The way he played in his last game, we'll see. Washington's also at home. So next game, we got Eagles at home versus the Rams.
That's an easy one.
And it's a rematch of last year's NFC divisional round. And it was kind of a good game. But Eagles are at home. And it looks like it's unanimous. Everyone picked the Eagles. I probably would too. But that might be a better game than people think. Rams are a solid team.
Matthew Stafford.
Stafford's still that dude, man. He still can get it done.
Oh, hey, by the way, Craig is going to start calling me Fat Stafford.
Really?
Yeah.
Fat Stafford?
Yeah.
Why?
Because of Matt Stafford. He thought it was funny today.
I've heard people give him the nickname Pat Statford.
Oh.
Because for so many years, he didn't win anything in Detroit, but he had monster stats. So he was padding stats, Pat Statford.
Yeah, I heard that one before.
Carolina at home versus the Falcons. This one's a little split. I think the Falcons win this one. Again, I don't have any picks. I would pick the Falcons.
I have the Falcons winning.
The way they looked against Minnesota last week, they just look like they don't look great, but they look like a team that can take care of Carolina on the road. Carolina hasn't looked great this year. I'm still, again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm not sold on Bryce Young. I just don't think he's great. Patriots at home versus the Steelers. So we got the rookie, or not the rookie, but second year Drake May versus Aaron Rodgers. Looks like you got Steelers in that one.
Yes, sir.
Most of the guys got Steelers. It looks like Jason and Brody both have the Patriots. I would probably go Steelers.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna go Steelers. I think Aaron Rodgers can get it done, and
I think he'll get it done. He had an off week in week 2, but I think he'll get it done here against the Patriots. He didn't look great against Seattle in week 2, but he'll get it together. We got Browns at home versus the Packers. My Packers go on the road to play the Browns.
That should be a cakewalk.
Yeah, that should be.
Everyone got
should be an easy win for my Packers, and everyone has the Packers predicted to win. So
next game is also another cakewalk. Tampa Bay versus Jets.
Yep, it looks like we got a few. We got Chargers. I'm surprised everyone. I'm not kind of surprised everyone picked the Chargers over the Broncos.
Yeah.
I mean, they are looking a lot better.
Yeah. I'm going based off how they've been performing.
You know, I'm kind of surprised Keith picked the Chargers because he's been talking about this whole leading up to this season how the Broncos are going to win the AFC West, blah blah blah, and Bo Nix is the best, going to be great, and he still could be, but he's not as good as Justin Herbert, and the Chargers are a better team, and I'm just going to leave it at that.
And then we have Seattle versus New Orleans. That's going to be another cake game.
Yep. Only Braden picked New Orleans. I see Seattle.
He's going with his little heart.
Winning with this one pretty decisively. He's not afraid to pick the underdogs. He's really not.
No.
Dallas and Chicago. Chicago's at home.
That one was kind of like
this one would be kind of tough. Like,
yeah.
Honestly, these are two teams I really two times. Well, you know, honestly, these are two teams that I just don't really care for.
Did you add some seasoning?
Well, you know, I had me some squinch.
Inside joke.
But no, I think the Cowboys are a better team. I think they have a more explosive offense. They look good. Well, they won last week against, the Giants, which the Giants' offense actually looked really good last week.
The Giants don't look bad.
Russell Wilson went off for 450.
He did.
And Cam Scatabo, the rookie running back,
had a touchdown.
Started off kind of slow, ended off pretty strong. He was out there trucking people over. Malik Neighbors is him.
Yeah, and Wandell had a good touchdown.
Yeah.
Touchdown too, so.
And the Cowboys beat them. So I think the Cowboys can take care of the Bears. I would pick the Cowboys. We got a couple guys that picked the Bears. It looks like who's that? Chris and Braden both picked the Bears. San Francisco and Arizona, kind of an interesting one. I think San Francisco would be the favorite. They're both 2-0, aren't they? Yeah. San Francisco probably going to be without Brock Purdy again. So it's going to be Mac Jones running the show for them at quarterback. He played good last week. Kyler Murray's been playing pretty good so far this year for Arizona.
So far.
It looks like it's literally evenly split. We got 4 guys that picked Arizona, 4 guys that picked San Francisco.
Yep.
This one's kind of tough. I think I would have picked San Francisco just because they're at home, and I think they got a little bit more complete team. Not much else to say there. Next, we got the Giants at home versus the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. Everyone picked the Chiefs. I probably would too. This should be their first win of the season, but you look at it, Giants looked solid last week. Russell Wilson.
Last 2 weeks, they didn't look too bad in their first game either.
Russell Wilson looked like, honestly, the Chiefs haven't looked bad the first 2 weeks either, despite losing. I think first I want to talk about the Giants. Russell Wilson, he looked like prime Russell Wilson last week. He's not afraid to chuck it deep still. He still has a great deep ball. Cam Scatabo, he's a powerhouse. Reminds me of Mike Allstott, Peyton Hillis, guys like that. But the Chiefs, I think what they need to do more early and often is try to push the ball downfield to that Tyquan Thornton Jr.
Yeah.
He's a great deep threat for them. I think right now with both Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy out, he is their best wide receiver. Even better than Juju, better than Hollywood Brown. I think that Tyquan Thornton gives them their best shot of like a deep threat, big playability. And maybe give Noah Gray a few more snaps at tight end over Kelsey. Like, Kelsey just, I don't know. I just don't know if I believe in him anymore.
Yeah.
But
Seems like he's too focused on other things with football. That's how I see
The
it.
podcast,
Yeah.
The next game, Monday night, Ravens at home versus the Lions.
Detroit.
Big game. If you guys can beat the Ravens, that's huge. Because even though my Packers are 2-0 and the Ravens are 1-1, I still think the Ravens are a better team right now. And if you guys can beat the Ravens, then that means you guys are still here. That being said, if I was picking, I probably would have picked the Ravens. And it looks like it's mostly Ravens, but it's 5-3 or 6-5-3. 5-3. Ravens in our league this week. You, Chris, and Braden.
Well, yeah, work buddies for life.
Yeah. So that'll be a good matchup. Jared Goff and Lamar Jackson, two of the better quarterbacks in the league, and both teams have weapons. I think it's going to be that game has the potential to be a shootout. And I'm here for it. That's going to be a fun one to watch.
Man, if I wasn't sick, I would have set up a live, but,
Yeah.
Anyway, I
think
that was pretty much the episode.
Yeah, that was good. Excited. I like football. Glad we're here. Glad it's football season again. Even though I don't have any picks this week. Week 3.
All right, so Week 4 is going to probably be more energetic for me. I'm going to just apologize for everybody right now. I seem like I'm not in it.
How dare you?
If I don't seem like I'm in it, I'm still fighting the rest of this. I enjoyed being here today. Finally getting back behind the mic and talking about stuff, and gave it all my all today. So
Michael Jordan flu game, but for podcasts.
Yeah, it's the Kale
Daily Flu podcast, podcast.
It's the Big Hoss game.
It's the Oregon
flu.
Oregon disease game.
Yeah. For Big Hoss.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching, TNT Faithful. Don't forget to subscribe, like all the social media platforms. Check out Agent Life Media and all the stuff they got going on over there. And until next time, who you got?